Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Mezco 112 G.I. Joe line. Today we're going to talk about the Cobra Saboteur Firefly. So yeah, here we are with I'm going to bring him a little bit closer to get that nice close-up look. And I started him dressed because I feel like in this video I'm going to end up undressing him to show you off all the things on him. So here we are with him fully loaded because in package he does not come with all his stuff on. So I kind of decked him out to show you what he looks like with it all on, because in the box he's going to be naked. So we're going to go over all of those things. But yeah, I gotta say, I'm actually pretty happy with this guy. I think the head is still a bit too large, but I will say this, in photographs it looks beautiful, but I do think the head is a little too large. But overall, everything else about this has been really clutch. It's really good to see. I love that it came to life really well. And I know the soft goods seem a little plain, but it works out for what you're doing with a guy who is supposed to be basically shrapnel and bomb proof to protect himself. So it works out. This faceless master is pretty dope. I like how we added that little scar there. Like, it's a nice point of reference for the character. It looks really good for him. The mask looks beautiful as it camoed out. I feel like this is one of those masks that just have a really, it doesn't seem like a lot, but the sculpt itself there, it's really beautiful. We have our harness here that I have on. We have our backpack that I fully loaded and decked out because we're gonna go over all the things on it later. Articulation wise, we were easily able to get up into a T-pose. We do have a bicep swivel with no issue. We have a beautiful double joint. There are no butterfly joints, right? But you know, you get a little bit of wiggle room here. And we can lift up to our arms with no problem. We can actually lift a little bit up higher, but when doing so, you gotta just be a little careful. But so you can't get all the way up and around, but you can get pretty high without stretching it or ripping anything, which is pretty nice because I was a little worried about that. Our harness can be adjusted. I just have not adjusted mine yet. But as you can see, it'll start off a little loose, but it can be adjusted. Now, with all of that, we will talk about the ab crunch. Now, it seems non-existent, but it is here under it, and it does crunch forward. It takes a lot of effort, so you got to be careful and find that nice sweet spot. But we can actually rotate side to side as well. To get underneath there, you actually have to take off all the undergear to see that ab crunch, which we'll go over in a little bit. Our leg can hit 90 degrees with no issue. Like I said, we have our ab crunch there. Our legs can hit 90 degrees with no issue. We have a thigh swivel as well. Double joint knees. And we have a boot swivel. And we have ankle pivot. Really nice ankle pivot as well. As you can see, it's crunching in. And it goes outward. And it can go inward. It can tilt back and forth. This is probably one of the better ankle pivots on a Mezco, if not one of the best. So yeah, you will not be disappointed by that ab crunch. So we have our Cobra Saboteur looking really good. So I like this. I like this a lot. I do. Oh, by the way, if you feel like your ankle pivot is not like rotating in, make sure you play with it because it literally takes some time to like get that wiggle room up. Just don't press too far, but it's definitely all there. But yeah, as you can see here, our guy is warmed up, locked and loaded, looking ready and beautiful. I'm glad to be recording during the day, which is very rare for me because I'm usually up very late at night. But as you can see, the daylight really gives this guy a beautiful look here. Now, what we are going to get ready to do is jump into accessories because I'm going to go over each accessory and then take it off of him so we can see him, what he's looked like when you drop everything, right? So let's get ready to jump into it. So one of the things I enjoy about this Firefly is that you kind of have the ability to customize him. So you can make your loadout how you want. And I think that's a cool thing. One of the things I feel like really cool is that you can kind of customize your side holsters. And there's tabs that kind of close in on that. Everyone knows I do terribly at tabbing. So I try not to customize it too much. But as you can see, there's supposed to be a harness here for this side, but I chose to do the asymmetrical design, right? We have over here, we have a harness for a knife. So holding it upside down is kind of crazy because I don't think mine holds, right? But maybe I have the wrong knife. because you do get a lot of accessories. So I'm gonna try a slightly different knife. Let me grab my tweezers. Small parts always don't do me any service, right? Let me try a different knife. So yeah, I had the wrong knife because this one holds a lot better. So it's stuff like that you gotta like double check. So I had the wrong knife. So now it holds just fine. Over here we have a wrist communicator that opens up, right? So you can actually swap that out as well. So if you don't want to put that on, you don't have to put on wrist communicator. But I chose the wrist communicator and the knife, and we have our back harness. We also have our belt, and we have our sidearm as well. So I chose the sidearm. The slide does go back, and the magazine is removable, right? Now, I also chose the bottom knife harness as well. As you can see here, the knife is unsheathable. So what I am gonna do though is I'm gonna slowly and gently untab this guy, slide this down so we can take that off. As you can see here. Then we're gonna take our belt off. And the belt, if I remember correctly, it tabs. Oh, tabbed here? No. I don't remember where it tabbed at. Oh no, I don't remember where it tabbed at. See, and this is like a fear of mine. There we go. Tabbed around the waist. And the reason why I'm putting him down is because we can see here on our belt, we have a tab here. Then we can untab at the sides, right? So even if you didn't want to do any sort of, if you wanted to do anything, you can do the bomb-sided strap holster, right? So you could choose a side where he is doubled up and he holsters on both sides, or you can do one of each. So he's highly customizable to making different versions. So if you want, like I said, you can have one on each leg, or you can have none, right? And then you can choose from some side bits. So if you wanted to add more bombs, you can tab those in on the side as well, or tab them along on different parts of the belt. Because if I do believe you can untab this one right here. So you do have options. Over here, as far as other accessories go, you will get things to slide onto the straps. Oh boy. You have different types of grenades. So you have regular frag grenades, you have smaller grenades. I believe these ones are smoke grenades or incendiaries. I'm not sure, but I'm sure someone will tell me. Then, as I was trying to show you before it fell, there are slide along ones. I don't do too well with these ones, but you can actually slide these across on pouches or things. Next up, we will have the C4 detonator. We do get 2 extra magazines for our submachine gun and other machine gun. Oh no, that's an extended magazine for the handgun. So yeah, didn't even know that. Wow. Then actually, because I'm talking about the submachine gun, I do want to bring that up, right? Here is our submachine gun. We have a buttstock that can be pulled back. We do have removable magazine. I believe this is a suppressor because it definitely can come off and you don't have to suppress anything. You could just be straight out rat-a-ta-ta-ta-ta. So yeah, this is actually a really, really cool weapon. And I think this is one of the newer ones because I don't think we've done a design like that before or seen a design like that before. And what I mean by we, I mean the people. I don't think I've seen anybody do that. Then you will get 3 types of bullet effects. Here's the larger one. Here is the medium one. This is the smaller one. You will get 2 forms of dynamite that you can use. And you will get a slew of hands, right? So for the hands, here we are with our 2 action hands. And I'm gonna go back to the body, don't worry. Here are relaxed palmed hands. Here are our 2 trigger hands. So he's pretty much ambidextrous the whole way through. Here are knife holding hands. Here are item holding hands. And that is about it for the hands. Next up, we have some head sculpts. Here is This one is the sharp eyes one. This is the surprised face one. I love this one. So yeah. And in case you want to get true Firefly nature, there are also goggles you can put on them. I leave them on top of the head, but if you want, you can actually leave them here. But I leave them on top of the head. Fix that focus. There we go. Now, the backpack is where it's at though. Like, I'm not even gonna front. So, the backpack has a lot of cool options, right? Let's take it off though real quick. So here we have some small tabs, right? These are very, very small. So please be careful when unclicking them. And here I am gonna have trouble on camera. This is the part that sucks because I don't, well, wow, that's loud. Today the big rigs are coming by. So here we are with our harness, right? One of my drones fell off because I was too busy trying to take it off. So here we are with the drones. You'll get 2 of these little spinning helos, right? These are magnetized in there. Ooh. I don't know why the focus ain't focusing, but yeah. They were magnetized as well, so you could just pop them in. Actually, I'm sorry, I was supposed to rotate that over. By the way, if yours does not fit, it's probably because this part here has warped backwards a little. You could just pop it back up. Then we can untab this, and then we have the rover. And that was one of the things I dropped, is going to be your pad for your rover to hold in hand. The knife holding hands hold these very well. So when you want to control your rover, there you are, you have it. And back to the backpack, looking really good. Now, for the backpack, you will get 2 effects that I love ever so dearly. You will plug these in to the top part here. You can plug them on either side, right? And you can connect your drones to it through a small and tiny tab. So you can put up 2 at one time, but you can control your drone on an effect. Looking really, really cool. This is one of those things where I'm like, I feel like at first I'm like, oh, I don't need this. And then after actually doing it, I'm like, wow, this is so much fun that you can control and do this and really create a sense of ambiance for Firefly. How he's moved into like modern technology. And then back to the body at hand. Now, I know this is a long segment, but the reason why I'm doing all this is because I want to see and show you guys everything. As you can see, there is a really, like, you can hear that pop, right? And then if you want, right, as you can see, there's another underlayer. So how you want to really do your Firefly is going to be up to you, right? As you can see, the app curtain doesn't seem like much here till you tuck it in, and it goes a bit further, but it adds up when you push that leg forward, right? So yeah, just kind of want to bring that up to y'all. Hopefully this will help you in your adventure of choosing what kind of figure you want next, right? I actually like the idea that you can take all of that stuff off. Actually, he should have been like this. Good. So yeah. So when you want to run and stuff, you can actually do running poses. I don't think you'll have any sort of real issue. I know he looks a little thinner without all the gear, but that's why he doesn't look super bulky with it all on. So without all the gear, he looks thin. With all the gear, he looks pretty good. I like him being a little thinner, holding on to some semblance, so yeah. This has been a really, really fun toy. But then again, I'm also a Firefly fan, so my bias could be just showing through here. So yeah, solid figure, lots of accessories, very happy. But again, this may not be for you. So you gotta like pick and choose, right? So I don't feel like I've missed anything, but just in case I do, I'll try to double check it in the size comparison. So let me go find my G.I. Joe Classified Firefly. Let's jump into it. All right, first let us jump into the size comparison with two classified versions of Firefly that we previously had. This is really more of a size thing rather than a comparison on the quality, because all of them bring something different to the table. But as you can see here, our classified ones sit around the same height, but it's all about the neck adjustment. And as you can see, if I sit his up just a little bit higher, he'll sit closer to what it is with him. I kind of set it a little high, but you can see, looks a lot better this way. Overall, very happy. 3 Fireflies, 3 different cool interpretations, but I know people are pressed on what they want to spend, so these kind of videos help. Let's take away these two, right? And let us compare to some other Joes and Cobra operatives. Here we are with Zartan and Scrap Iron, right? I feel like these are really good comparisons on how you can mix them in. But like I said, I feel like his head's just a tad too big. Otherwise, he'd fit in naturally with the rest of them, right? Let's remove those two. Next up, we can do some Joes, or Cobra Joes, I guess, Cobra Joes. So here is a Storm Shadow and a retro carded Duke. Again, I feel like this really does work. Now, we will and can compare to Mezco Joes and Cobra operatives. So here we are with, oh, and I just dropped this piece, so I'm gonna grab it after. So here we are with the Destro, right? Then we can do my main man, Roadblock. We already know Roadblock is a little too small, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just so you can see what you're getting into, right? The next two will be, for obvious reasons, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. So I think that's the line so far before we get Duke. Yeah, before we get Duke, that's the whole line. So here we are. So yeah, I think Snake Eyes is probably gonna end up being the tallest, technically. But yeah, we are in a good place where we're getting Joes from different people, and I'm very happy. Next up, we're gonna do a Marvel Legend and a Valorverse figure. The reason why I'm doing Marvel Legends is because I know some people like to mix their Joes in with their Legends. I think the one thing I'm probably forgetting on my end that I really want to toss in is going to be Street Fighters. So when I do Street Fighter versus G.I. Joe, right? But I'll probably do that in the size. I mean, I'm already in the size comparison. Probably do it in the photo section later. Last but not least, the one thing I am going to throw in is my main man, Ichigo. Because he's always here. He's my moral support, right? So yeah, I think that about wraps up this video. I don't want to take too long because I spent a lot of time on the accessories and going over them. And they were fun, but I really wanted to show off that you can kind of strip this guy down and do whatever version you want with him. You can mix and match, you can make him asymmetrical, you can make him heavy loaded. So there are a lot of options here. I hope that this has helped you immensely and what you want to do with your Firefly. I'm gonna go take some videos and videos. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that too because I gotta review Kaiju number 8. So, so yeah, videos, photos. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying your time. I hope you're enjoying your day. Wherever you are, whenever you are watching this, whether it be the past, present, or future. So yeah, as always, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.